In today's Photoshop tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create the tilt shift effect in Photoshop, step by step, so you can turn a normal high-angle photo into that tiny miniature model look that is so popular and so eye-catching. This is a fantastic effect for cityscapes, streets, cars, rooftops, and any photo taken from above, because it makes real life look like a tiny toy scene. And best of all, once you learn the process, you can reuse it again and again on different images. If you enjoy tutorials like this, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next Photoshop tip. Alright, let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is open your high-angle photo in Photoshop. This effect works best when the camera is looking down on the subject from above, because that perspective helps sell the illusion of a tiny model. Once your image is open, go to the Layers panel, right-click on your image layer, and choose Convert to Smart Object. This is an important step because it lets you apply blur as a smart filter, which means you can adjust it later without permanently damaging your original image. That flexibility is really useful if you want to fine-tune the look after seeing the result. Now that your layer is converted, go up to the top menu and select Filter, then Blur Gallery, then Tilt Shift. As soon as you click it, Photoshop will open the full-screen Blur Gallery workspace. You'll see a large overlay sitting on top of your image. And this is where the magic happens. The overlay controls exactly which parts of your photo stay sharp and which parts get blurred, so take your time here. In the center of the overlay, you'll see a pin. Click and drag that center pin so it sits directly over the main subject you want to keep in focus. That might be a building, a car, a street, or the main cluster of objects in your scene. The idea is to place your sharp zone exactly where the viewer's eye should go first. Next, look at the solid horizontal lines around the center. These solid lines define the area that stays perfectly sharp. If you drag them closer to the pin, your sharp zone becomes smaller. If you move them farther away, more of the image remains in focus. Right outside those lines, you'll see dashed or dotted lines. These dashed lines control the transition area, where the image gradually moves from sharp to blurry. To make the tilt shift effect feel believable, you usually want a smooth fade rather than a harsh cutoff, so spread those dotted lines outward a little to create a natural transition. Everything beyond the dashed lines will become much blurrier, which is what creates the miniature effect. If your subject is off-center, you can click and drag the pin to reposition the effect anywhere on the canvas. You can also rotate the tilt shift line if your composition needs it, although for many photos, a straight horizontal setup works best. The goal is to imitate the way a camera lens might focus on a tiny model while letting the top and bottom of the frame fall out of focus. Once your focus zones are in the right place, head over to the Blur Tools panel on the right side of the screen. Here, you'll find the blur slider, which controls how strong the defocus effect becomes. For a convincing miniature look, you usually want to push this up to somewhere around 25 to 40 pixels, depending on the resolution of your image. Higher resolution images may need a lighter touch. The key is to make the background and foreground look intentionally out of focus without making the image look fake or overprocessed. If you want an extra cinematic touch, you can also adjust the distortion slider very slightly. This can help simulate a specialized lens feel at the top and bottom edges of the frame. You do not need to overdo this setting. In fact, subtle is usually better. The goal is realism, not obviously artificial distortion. Once you're happy with the blur amount and the placement of your focus band, click OK at the top of the blur gallery to apply the effect. At this point, your photo should already look much more like a miniature scene. But there's one more step that can really sell the illusion. Real toy sets and scale models often have bright, colorful, highly saturated paint and materials, while real-world photos can sometimes look a little flat by comparison. So for that extra polish, add some color pop. At the bottom of the Layers panel, click the New Adjustment Layer icon, which looks like a half-filled circle, and then choose Hue/Saturation. In the Properties panel, raise the saturation slider to around +15 or +20. This gives the image a slightly richer, more vibrant look, which helps make the photo feel more like a tiny painted model rather than a real-life scene. You can also fine-tune the adjustment depending on your image. If the colors start to look too intense, just lower the saturation a bit until it feels balanced. A good tilt shift effect is all about combining blur, perspective, and color in a way that tricks the eye. So once your blur is set and your colors are boosted, zoom out and look at the whole image as a viewer would. Ask yourself whether the subject still reads clearly, whether the blur transition feels natural, and whether the colors support that miniature illusion. If needed, go back into the Tilt Shift Smart filter and tweak the focus zone or adjust the Hue/Saturation layer until it feels just right. The beauty of using a smart object is that all of these edits stay editable, so you can keep refining the effect without starting over, and that's how you create the tilt shift effect in Photoshop. In just a few simple steps, you can transform an ordinary photo into a miniature-style scene that looks dramatic, creative, and professional. If this tutorial helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Photoshop tutorials, and share this video with someone who wants to level up their editing skills. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.